Hi friends.
We are off.
Don't mind me just panic packing right now. I was okay, and then saw like 3 jumpers, and I was like, I need all 3 of them because I'm only at 17.
I'm still heavier than you. Can you try mine? I have like 7 pairs of point shoes in my bag. It's small, but she's mine.
It only still feels like 35 pounds. It's 20 kilos.
Oh, great.
You've got 3 for souvenirs.
2 kilos of that is my teriyaki sauce. I'm gonna throw some of my point shoes away because I don't get
Ooh, actually, you know what? Not too bad.
Look.
It's like we danced or something.
Woo! Right, okay, let's go. We're already 5 minutes late. So we've arrived and we are how early? How many hours?
Our flight's at 1:10 and it's 9:26.
3 hours
and 40 minutes. We're like 3 hours, yeah.
And it was because we were told there was going to be a huge queue for security, but we just saw the queue and it's like
we've literally walked right to the front.
And apparently the check-in doesn't open till 11:10, but we're going to try and
there's no coffee place, nothing. We're going to be sat on the floor, stretching, doing a bar.
I could see myself doing that, not going to lie. Oh my God. This is an empty cup.
That I devoured.
You do get the truth on this vlog. It just takes a little while to come out. So after having a lovely coffee with the gals, it was finally time to check in, and we got through successfully, pain-free, line-free pretty much, and I grabbed some lunch on the other side of security, had a lovely little poke bowl. That will be a bit of a theme throughout. Right, it's time. Let's go. There was definitely a buzz in the air around. Everyone was super excited to go international. We hadn't really travelled that many times internationally with the company since COVID. There's only been a couple of trips and I haven't been involved in them, so it was super duper exciting to be involved in this one. I've been looking forward to it the entire year, and when the casting came out and I knew I was going, I was really looking forward to it. So this was certainly an exciting event because I love traveling. When I was a gymnast, I used to travel most weekends to different competitions, and it's something I've been dreaming about doing in my dance career. So I was very excited when we arrived at the hotel and ready to explore. We have arrived. It was quite a long journey in the end because the airport transfer took an hour and a half because of rush hour. But we are here. Bless you. And the hotel is pretty nice, not gonna lie. There will be a hotel room review, so I'm not gonna spoil too much. But we're about to go out and get some food because we had lunch at like 11:30. It's like almost 7 o'clock-ish now. All the plans I had for tonight are kind of a little bit spoiled because we got here so late. So we're just gonna play it by ear and see what we can get done. And staying true to the bunheads that we are on the inside, we did go to the gym straight away and checked out all the machines. We then got on the tram with some of the rest of the gang and we went to this amazing noodle place.
The vlog is family friendly.
we can censor things, no? Yeah. Does anyone have any like words of wisdom?
Check which train you have to get on before going to Rotterdam.
Yeah.
So you don't embarrass yourself as a tourist.
No. Hannah, stop.
So we got on the metro and found this noodle place called the Yellow River. It was very different to what I normally go for. It was quite spicy. I quite like spice, but some of the chicken like still had bones in it and stuff. So I don't know if it was absolutely my favorite, but it did the job. I was definitely hungry after traveling. And they also have like these little salads, which were quite delicious on the sides. Anyhow, on Tuesday I woke up and got on the cross trainer for 10 minutes just because I'd been on the plane so long. I didn't want to just suddenly go into class without kind of moving my body a little bit. So I did 10 minutes on the cross trainer and a bit of stretching just to get my body moving. A little bit of turnout ballet, really not much. I just wanted to get back on my legs so that I didn't feel like Bambi walking back into class. I'm really trying to work on my arabesque line, especially turning out from the hip and through to the end of the ankle. It's not something that I find super easy, so I'm working on it. I then had a different breakfast. Surprise, surprise. Guys, I tried to not have porridge for 2 weeks. I challenged myself to step out of my comfort zone, and I'm really glad I did. I've never tried cottage cheese before, but it was amazing. We then got the metro to the theatre because we wanted to get there a bit early, and that was the green room that you just saw, which was absolutely gorgeous, and they provided fresh fruit every day. And that was the dressing room, and this was the little studio upstairs. It was fairly slippy in there and quite small for the whole company, especially when we did a bit of a run in there later this afternoon, but it did the job, and for most of the days we actually took class on the stage anyway. This was a little bit of after class work.
You're just like a sweet song.
Alfie, we just finished class. Good class, sweaty, very hot, small, but woo! So as I said, they provided loads of fresh fruit and these little stroop waffles, which were very popular in the Netherlands, and then I had one rehearsal. So we just finished our first rehearsal, it wasn't very long, and now we are going back to the hotel for a bit because it is horrible weather. It's not really weather for exploring today. Back to the gym to do a little workout before this evening's stage call. I think this first day I was definitely still just trying to find my body again after all the traveling, so I went back to the gym and did my perineal exercises. It's super important I do this just to keep my body healthy and activated and avoid injury, especially as my load is going up. And there again, trying to work on the arabesque. I was a bit obsessed with this at the beginning of the trip. We ordered in some dinner before going to the stage call. Freshened up, I'm ready to go. First stage call here in Rotterdam. Oh. Not great lighting here, hold on. Marginally better. Oh, I haven't had a chance to talk to you guys this whole trip because it's just been crazy so far. If you are new around here, my name is Hannah Martin. And we are currently in Rotterdam, the first week of our 2-week tour, Europe tour, and the 3-week Europe tour, but 2 weeks are together. It's 8:30, we've just done a run. Probably not the best time to articulate this. And we just did a run on stage of Act 1. We've still got Act 2 and Act 3 to go. I'm in Act 3. So it was so dark on stage. The lights really threw me off a little bit today. So for that beginning bit, there's a lot of balance stuff, a lot of turns, a lot of people on stage. So we have another run through tomorrow before opening night, so I'm very glad we do because I need to kind of adjust the lights again because I was doing it in the studio and I was like, oh, fairly straightforward, and then I'm gonna go back, watch my friends do Act 2 and then do Act 3 and then go home. We are working overtime tonight apparently because we're already behind schedule, so. Rehearsal ran over. Yay. It is currently 10:30. It's quite late.
Oh dear.
How are we feeling, guys? Yeah.
You look really pretty, Amelia.
Aww. So after a late night stage call, we were up early for a mammoth of a day. Had class, a photo shoot, a stage call, and the opening night. Not to mention kind of the opening night drinks that we have in the foyer of the theatre. So I got up and I stretched a bit before going down to breakfast. I wanted to show a little bit of breakfast. It had an amazing array. I think this is one of my favourite breakfasts I ever went to. They had those granola crackers which looked and promised to be great, but actually they were not great. They were probably very healthy for you. There was not a lot of sugar in them, so I did have them on one of the days, but they were not my favourite tasting. That is the thick cottage cheese. I never knew cottage cheese was so good. I might be sold on it. Not as good as my porridge, but it's a close second. I had it pretty much every single day that I was here. I really enjoyed having yogurt fruit, granola, and on this particular day I actually had some scrambled eggs as well, just because I knew it was going to be super long. New day, let's go. And then it was time for class. I did a warm-up and then we got on to bar work. Here I've included some of the quotes that my mum has sent me over this season. Sometimes she knows when I'm having a little bit of a tough time mentally. She sends me these scriptures and these quotes to inspire me, to keep pushing me forwards, because this industry is really not easy. I think there's a lot of pressures that are on you constantly, and you have to make sure you stay on top of both your physical health and your mental health. I love this quote. Our assignment is not fruitfulness, but faithfulness. So trust the process.
Yes, we're on the vlog. We just finished class and now we're off to do a photo shoot on a bridge somewhere in Rotterdam. Olivia and Tess. Roxy, give us some inspiration today.
Me? Inspiration? Yeah. I don't have any inspiration. It's put me on the spot.
So on opening night day, it was super fun. I got invited to come and do this photo shoot as a little promo for the shows in Holland Dance Festival. That's who we were performing for at the Luxembourg Theatre, and it was a lot of fun kind of getting to pose in front of like a Rotterdam landmark, I suppose. And yeah, it was a little bit cold, not gonna lie, but nothing I haven't faced before. And they put out little tote bags and chocolates and more stroop waffles. They were honestly so generous. Here's a little snack I had that I took from breakfast because we were being resourceful. Saving money. Just spending all the rest on the Ubers, but anyhow.
Rehearsal almost done. Let's go.
Then I went into Rotterdam for dinner. I loved this noodle place. I could pick everything to put in it, and then they cooked it right in front of you. So that was like kind of the perfect way to set up. And then I got ready for the show.
The situation. Beautiful.
Roll it out. Everyone's rolling out their backs.
What about next? Head banging, anyone?
Yeah, quite sure.
It was so amazing to see how many people came. The theatre was actually very big, very spacious. It was a beautiful stage to perform on. I felt very privileged to be part of this production on such a special event, and it went really well. After Act 1, I have a little break in Act 2, so I did some sewing, so I had shoes for the next day.
He's not on tonight. Act 1's just finished. No, Act 1 finished an hour ago. What am I talking about? Act 1 is done. That's the act I'm in if you haven't been around for long. And Act 2 is about to come in. We're going to get some of that energy on camera for you all. Sewing with Hannah.
I didn't realise you were filming that.
No. How long did it take you to realise I'm not that crazy? I'm not that crazy.
Just practicing for her.
No, I've got to do takeovers tomorrow and Thursday on the Instagrams, and I just need to try and get content. How do we feel, girls?
Yes!
How do we feel?
Oh, it was great. Really good.
So this is the finale from the show. Let's have a little Where's Wally activity and try and see if you can spot me in the many dancers. All the dancers come back on stage right in the finale. It's a great way to finish off a great production. Then afterwards we had these amazing opening night drinks, which were so fun. It felt like we were kind of VIPs, so it was a very special moment. And I got to share it with Reagan, which was so special. And then we kind of walked around and saw all these different posters, and I found this one where I kind of look a bit scared, to be honest. Don't know what was going on there. Anyhow, the posters were really cool and the vibes were really good, and the audience seemed to really enjoy it. So they also provided us pizza, which, you know, I'm not going to complain. Morning everyone, it is Thursday. I think it's Thursday. I'm going to go to the gym. So after a really long day yesterday, I just again wanted to move my body, and also the gym was just a little bit of time to myself. I could call my mum and talk to her. On tour, we rarely get any moments kind of where we're on our own, so the gym was a nice place to kind of just get a little breather and a little bit of time for yourself before the day starts. And then I had some breakfast.
Good morning. It is the day after opening night. Morning after opening night, and now we're heading on the coach to take class. Alfie, come on, get in the vlog.
Hey guys.
It's time. How are you feeling? It was a late night.
Tired.
Yes.
We'll be fine. We got this.
I think we were all still kind of living off the buzz of opening night. The adrenaline was still kind of there, so I did a good warm-up when I got there. I was also doing the Instagram takeovers for BRB on those days, so I was trying to capture lots and lots of content, which is great for here on YouTube, because obviously I filmed a lot. I am trying to make sure I do Stretches, I'm kind of varying my warm-up a lot more these days according to whatever my body feels, especially when I'm on tour, because I don't have access as much to the gym. Like my progress and ballet technique items aren't really with me on tour, so I kind of just do it according to what I feel I need to strengthen, need to stretch, need to roll out. I've been trying to make sure I kind of touch on strength work on each part of my body, because obviously I'm not getting to do as many workouts, not getting to do as much body preparation as usual, so just trying to maintain a little bit of everything and stay injury free. And then we got on to class. I always find picking up combinations after a late night a little bit trickier, because obviously you haven't had as much sleep and you're a little bit tired and your brain doesn't want to work so well. So sometimes on these classes I have to focus just that little bit extra. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, but we try our best every single day. Then we were going to pop on some new shoes. I had to break them in for the shows, so they're relatively new on. I only had a few pairs, so I was trying to be very sparing with my shoes because they do die quite quickly. These are my customs that I get from Freed's, and so I've just been trying to learn how to manage and jet glue and take care of them. Here's a little bit of class work. Again, it's something I'm constantly trying to improve. I think it's amazing and inspiring to see all my colleagues work in class, because it only pushes me to be better, to improve, to have something to look up to. And yeah, class work is definitely something I constantly, I don't want to say struggle with, but I'm always striving to be better. Every day it's just not enough for me. I need to be better. Here's me with Frida having a bit of fun at end of class with some fortes. On that particular afternoon, we didn't have any stage calls, so me and Reagan went into Rotterdam and had a little explore of the shops, the restaurants, the food hall, which was absolutely insane, which you'll see in a minute. There was also these beautiful flowers, and we went and grabbed some food and sat in the park. Of course, I had to get a poke bowl. I actually just went to the place that I got on Uber Eats. It had so many great options and the portions were great. I was pretty hungry by this point. We popped into a few chocolate shops, and the patisserie there was actually next level. It was really beautiful. This is the food hall, which is absolutely insane. It had so many different like markets and stalls, and kind of the ceilings were painted with these lovely plants, and it was quite a sightseeing. If you go into Rotterdam, it's a place to go, that's what I would say. We went to this chocolate store and he kept feeding us free chocolates like constantly, and I was like, oh my days, we need to stop, otherwise I'm gonna have a tummy ache. But yeah, I really enjoyed our little trip out to explore.
I'm a little bit tired. We just went into, I was about to say Amsterdam, Rotterdam. We did a little bit of like sightseeing. I don't know how much sightseeing. Walked around the main bits, and then we got the metro back to the hotel, had a lie down for an hour, which was glorious. And now, like, you know, when you've laid down, it just makes it so much worse. We are now getting an Uber back to the theatre for tonight's show, so let's get going.
Before we knew it, it was time for the show again. I have to say, I've really loved Rotterdam. Everything about it is very clean. The people were so friendly everywhere that we went, especially on this day where we could kind of experience a bit more of the culture. I got to work and put my makeup on, stretched, and got ready for the show.
I almost didn't think about you when I landed in Nashville tonight. The unnecessary way you waited for me, where families hold up signs, and I almost forgot the way that you looked at me in the soft light. Saw my soul reflected.
Yes,
known in the
yes, Act One crew, yes.
So won't you tell me that I wasn't the only one? Might have misread some signs, trying to gather dim lights, but I saw what I saw in your eyes. So won't you tell me?
Yes, guys.
Felt it
tell us how you really feel.
I'm tired this morning. I don't know what's happening to me this trip. It's 9:30. It's almost 10 o'clock.
I think I'm rubbing off.
You are. Oh, that's bright. Morning, everyone. I'm doing some last minute sewing before class. I am tired today. Third day here in the theatre. It's Friday. I'm having some lunch now, almost 1 o'clock, and I realised I don't really fancy having lunch at 3 after class. I'm not good at dancing hungry. I have to eat, otherwise I just look weak and tired and miserable, which no one wants to see. I'm now sewing some shoes. I really do need to jet glue these before I wear them, and I think I might wear them and then jet glue them. It's a bit risky. Doing another Instagram takeover. It feels a bit like work is non-stop at the moment, because even when I'm not dancing, I'm doing the social media. I feel like I need to spend the day in bed. Not surprising, because I've gone to bed at like 1:30 every night. An adjustment, and there's obviously a lot of new things to process. I'm loving it here. The people are so nice here, like so helpful, so accommodating, and I love the food. Like the salads are fabulous. I love the salads. A decent enough size to be a meal. Loving my time here in Rotterdam. Gonna miss it because we're only here for tomorrow and then we leave on Sunday to go to Luxembourg, so that'll be an interesting experience. So yeah, busy. The class is going to start soon. I need to warm up, and then another show tonight. Easy breezy, lemon squeezy. So you know when you're like rush sewing because you want to warm up, you need shoes. That is me this morning. It's because I was a lazy butt this morning and wouldn't get out of bed. Not like me, I know, but the 5:30 a.m. mornings are not happening at the moment. I'm glad, because otherwise I just don't make it to the end of the show with any energy. We're here, we're working, and we're grateful. Still battling a few mental gremlins, as I call them. We all do sometimes. This trip, they've been quite intense. The only way to overcome them is to continue, working through them. We're getting there. We are getting there. I'll see you all in a bit. Bye.
I do feel like this trip is just a bunch of warm-ups and performances, but that was kind of how it went. It was the ebbs and flows of tour life, and I did enjoy my warm-ups because it was my little bit of time to breathe and kind of connect in with myself in the craziness of this trip. This particular one did feel kind of non-stop crazy because I was doing the social media stuff as well, which I love doing. Obviously I love doing YouTube, I love doing this, so Instagram is also another passion of mine. I think the last few weeks classwork has been something that I've been battling with, in terms of just always feeling like I want it to be better and I'm not happy with where it's at, and just struggling a little bit with confidence with it, because all I see is my mistakes, my errors. I don't ever see anything that I'm like, wow, that's perfect. And I know nothing can be perfect necessarily in ballet, maybe Marinella Nunez, but I think when you've worked so consistently for so long, you just so want to see the results, and at the moment I just didn't feel like I was making as much progress as I would have liked. Obviously I'm going to keep working and the improvements are going to come. It's just about being consistent, and obviously I changed shoes this year into Freeds, so it's something I'm still learning to adjust. Well, this year, it was last year, but learning to use them. They're a very different way of using to Merle, so I have to keep giving myself grace even when I'm not 100% happy with how I'm doing, quite like this moment here. But yeah, lots still to work on, lots still to improve, and I'm glad I'm in a place where I can keep working, keep pushing, and witness this funny moment where basically 3 boys were coming into my fortes. It was quite a hilarious moment in the Skoda. They were all like gonna hit into each other, and I was at the centre of it.
Hey guys, so here we are pancaking the French shoes.
Isn't it beautiful? My work of art.
Yes, folk.
They even have my name on it. Can you see my name?
HannahMartinRG.
Just finished class and had some treatment, and I'm just taking a little walk before I get the coach back. Today we're tired, just gonna make sure I manage myself well so that I can do well in another show tonight. I actually do feel better now that I've done a bit of class, got myself going, and then I'm like, oh, should I have gone out and explored a bit more? But I do think it's good that I just rest a bit. Yes, 7-2. Yet another poke bowl. I'm on repeat at the moment. So I wrote Reagan into getting on too. It's a new poke bowl place, so that's new. I feel like I've done the chopsticks the wrong way around. That's really annoying. Why is broccoli so good? So after dinner, it was back to the theatre, makeup on, a little warm up, and straight into the shows. Everyone just say Black Sabbath! Yes, Sophie! Good morning. It is 8:30 and we are off to Amsterdam. Woohoo! We are slightly sleep deprived, but you don't look like a poodle. Well, if you do look like a poodle, you look like a beautiful poodle.
I made a last minute decision to go to Amsterdam on the last day because we didn't have anything until the performance in the evening apart from class, so as much as it still did sting a bit with guilt, I didn't go to class that morning.
I was about to say...
And then we got the train. It was only about 40 minutes to get to Amsterdam, and again, I don't know when I'll be coming back, so I wanted to experience everything. I wanted to see everything. As I keep saying, I love traveling, so this was kind of a very special day to explore, to feel the culture, and to kind of see what everyone was talking about. Quite a few other company members had gone on different days to Amsterdam, so I was super excited to explore myself. There was these beautiful little markets that we saw.
I love mushrooms, and so does my mum. I wish I could bring her here and make her risotto. That literally doesn't even look like a mushroom as far as I know.
I think the lion's mane one. Okay, what is your favorite type of risotto? Or drop your risotto recipe.
Like rice and peas, it's so simple, but with mushrooms.
Rice, peas, mushrooms, and cheese. All of the cheese.
After the markets, we took another little wander. It was a little bit rainy, but we made the most of it. We are from Britain after all. I did find this company quite funny. It rains. We need one of those in the UK. And then we went to this lovely little brunchy place called La Gomme, and it was amazing. I think this is the best food I had out internationally the whole trip. It was this lovely focaccia with some parma ham, tomato, some sort of pesto and balsamic, and Reagan had some scrambled egg and avocado on toast. We had a beautiful time. We also explored the supermarkets. Does anyone else enjoy going to supermarkets like abroad? They're always so different and interesting. We also got to watch Rehearsal at the Dutch National Ballet because we had our friend Lexi there, so that was super special to see her and to see how they worked. I felt super inspired afterwards, and we took a little bit more of a walk, more into Central. Before we were kind of in a more residential, quiet area, then we went into the more touristy area. I honestly do want to go back to Amsterdam because there was so much to see, and I felt like we just scraped the surface. This flower market was just absolutely stunning, but unfortunately we did have to go back fairly early because we had the show in the evening and I needed to warm up and do a bar because I wasn't about to do a show without doing some form of class. So we got the train home and I definitely had a little nap on the train because we, again, were having so many late nights. Of course, a poke bowl for dinner, because what else? I went on stage and it was actually super nice to have some quiet time just to do a bar, to connect in with my body, to get ready for the show, mentally get myself in the right place to give my best. It's definitely a show where you have to give lots of energy. So I was just trying to store it up so I could give it to the audience. Okay, comment down below if you can spot me. Comment down below the number I am in the line. I will be amazed if you can figure out which one I am. Good luck. Competition's on.
Act 1 is done, and so am I. Not really, I wish I was. I'm almost there. Rock on.
We just kissed. Delirium levels have hit.
I'm not filming.
As it was our last night, we normally go out afterwards and I dragged Reagan out. Sorry, not sorry, Reagan. Everyone, it is 8:30. I just got to the gym. Sorry, my makeup's a little bit on. We went out last night till about 3 a.m. just having some drinks with colleagues and to celebrate our shows here. Probably a lot of you wonder if I drink. I don't generally drink when I'm performing. I usually just drink at home at Christmas and birthdays, and even then I'm not like a huge fan of alcohol or its flavour or its price, so I tend just to offer some soft drinks. I just think you can still have a nice time with people, with your colleagues, even without, because it's, for me, it's the people, not always what you're doing, it's who you spend it with. It was nice last night, but something I'm reflecting on this morning and something God was telling me, I feel, when I've come in the gym this morning, is this thing outside. Let me talk to you about it. So this is a gym here, and you can, is that treadmill going? Wow. Has that treadmill been on this whole time? Hold up. I just walked in. Anyway, back to my story. This building was nothing when we first arrived. There was nothing there. It was literally just solid ground. And each day I've come in and seen how the workers haven't been busy. They haven't been crazy running around everywhere. But look how much is there now. I think they didn't work yesterday, but like up in 48 hours. And it's like, if you just consistently put the work in, keep putting the building blocks together, you can build something quite magnificent and amazing. You just have to take the time. The builders weren't rushing. If you rush it, it can get destroyed easily. But if you lay good foundations and you take your time, then actually it can build fairly quickly. I'm taking that for a lesson in life. Take your time, build it well. It doesn't take forever, but just trust the process. That is my motivation for Sunday. Let's get on this cross trainer and then get to breakfast. So after packing up, it was on to our next destination, and we took a long coach journey through to Luxembourg, which we did another 2 performances there, and that will be in my next vlog. So make sure to stay tuned. Click the subscribe button because you're not going to want to miss this next one. We saw more sights, we made many more great memories, and I cannot wait to share it all with you. I really hope you did enjoy. Make sure to comment a heavy metal emoji somewhere in the comments down below if you made it to the end of the video. I hope to see you guys next week. Remember, dream big and make it happen.